What's up, YouTube? This is the Billy Bob HD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Together for Victory DLC. We are playing as QB Empire. Last episode we finally made enough convoys to rescue these 7 divisions that were stuck out to sea here. And I thought well, shit. I thought we had enough convoys to do so. We do need, let's see. Usually it tells me how many convoys I need to move them off of this area, right? So they're sort of just stuck in purgatory right now. And you can see, let's see, I've only got 2 extra convoys going right now. And so part of the problem for this is having convoys being sunk sort of across the Empire, I guess you could say. Just lost 2 destroyers up against this brand new American fleet that's out here. Did sink a light cruiser there. Some convoys there, and okay, an American destroyer there. We've actually got a Brazilian fleet in the mix now, who's starting to wield some power over here, which is a little concerning, right? 20 enemy ships still present over there, but I still hold the superiority at 39, and we're continuing to use our naval bombers to come on out and help bomb this area. Yep, showing a mission efficiency of 67% now, which is pretty good. We're also working on training up some new suppression units here, so let's go ahead and pop these guys out. Eventually they need to move over to some new areas here, so we'll show you, let's see, resistance occurring here in southern Vietnam there, as well as here next to Bangkok, and then on this island as well. But top priority before we can ship them out is still going to be trying to save these 7 divisions here from being stuck out to sea. And I guess we need, it's 7 divisions, so I think typically it's 3 convoys per division. Not 100% on that, but I think that's the typical sort of thing. And good, this tank division finally arrived up here to Teal Group. And so he's going to post up on the line for us here. And once he gains some organization, I'm going to try to use him to poke through some of these enemy units that we're seeing on the front here. You can see Germany now possessing all of India here, except for these areas. And then the Soviets coming in here, possessing a lot of this Chinese territory here. But you can see the Japanese actually starting to make a push back over here, which is good to see. And Germany continues to roll deeply here into the into the Soviet Union. Let's go ahead and check that war out really quickly. German-Soviet War, yes. You can see 90% in favor of the aggressors here. And Soviet Union is 95% towards capitulation. So that is going to be happening here very, very shortly. I'm assuming, you know, we do show some bigger victory points over here and here. John Handsome Isaac was shot down by Challenger. Ace Pilot is promoted right behind him, so that's good. We are still trying to work towards air superiority here in the South China Sea. You can see they've got 150 bombers, 580 fighters or so there, and fighters I've got a large surplus of right now, don't I? We've got this airfield that's sort of filled out already, and those guys are both working on the China Sea for us. So if I go to my constructions tabs here, before we forget, we do want to see if we can boost up this airbase here a little bit. I've got 18 civilian factories working for us now. We're trying to also build up some synthetic refineries so we can reclaim and pull back some of our imports. We are producing out a bunch of oil already. Rubber we have a huge surplus of, so this is really an oil problem we're trying to get rid of here. Look at all of the aluminum we're still importing here and here. Steel is still an issue for us, right? And I'm hoping we can roll up here and through to get some of this nice, juicy tungsten and steel and chromium of here eventually, because I'm not exporting anything right now. Ace Pilot has been promoted again here. Very good. So Tank Division is now settled in over here, and I guess we can use him for an attack here in the hills. So let's roll him over and see what he can do. If I add both divisions in there, we're going to show it as 61. A total of 61. Italy's going to move in this motorized division in support of that. So once he moves, I can move up this infantry division just to take that territory. This guy can move forward like this and this. I'm actually going to move him 2 tiles up that way. And the guy that's moving, I'm going to move him like that just to corner off that that little area there, but we can try to move towards Hanoi here. This is what I'm thinking. So once that other division moved in, man, oh man, this attack has stalled out pretty significantly here. So let's tell him to stop before he wastes too much manpower. Okay, back over here to Polynesia now, and you can see us continuing. Ooh, we sunk one of their carriers, which is awesome. They lost a battlecruiser there, battlecruiser 1, so that's definitely an older ship. But then there's this huge American fleet over here. We did lose one sub, but managed to get rid of one of their heavy cruisers there. So 42 ships out there right now, which is pretty crazy to see. We're trying to restock down here with 9 ships now, and that has 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers. If we go back here to my bigger fleet, he's down to 36 ships. All he has is 2 heavy cruisers there, so eventually he's going to need to return to port, and I'm going to combine him back in, I think, even though we were previously talking about creating a brand new fleet to go challenge over here in the Pacific. But it does look like we're showing his green sort of everywhere else, so that makes me happy to see. The Japanese should be still holding on to their naval superiority in those areas without a problem, I would think. Okay, actually seeing quite a bit of enemy divisions here stacked up on this port. If we're able to take it, that would, as they move along here, so you can see them sort of distributing out, right? Man, oh man. I just need more divisions in total. Sitting at 200k now in manpower. How are we doing in the convoys? Okay, we've actually got a small stockpile now, so what about these other 7 divisions we had over here? Son of a bitch. Don't tell me you guys are completely stuck out there. If we disband all the selected units, I wonder if I lose that manpower or not, or if it goes back into my manpower pool. What if I just gave you guys like a garrison area over here, for example, just to see if I can get them to move on their own? We'll give that a little bit just in case they need some additional convoys there. But I am actually starting to stockpile those now. So that's interesting. Germans now watching over and garrisoning Borneo for me. Philippines would be an interesting target to take as well. Do they have any resources? They do not. Only 2 rubber. They may have some good factories, though. Construction-wise, okay. Still showing at 18 over here for the time being. What if I also just combine these guys directly here into this army? So if we combine them out, right, let's see if they'll make their own type of move. I don't know. Okay, they're actually on the move now. They're coming back home to resupply. Thank God. Oh my goodness. That was scary. I was hoping we weren't going to lose 7 divisions there. You know, that's close to 100,000 men, which is humongous for us, right? Ah, cool. The new jet fighters have been researched now. Jet Fighter 2. Yep. So, the Vampire there. I think, if we're not already doing so, Fighter 3, the Spiteful. Let's go ahead and change this over to the Jet Fighter, like this. Because we've got a big stockpile of the Spitefuls going on right now. Everybody else, for the time being, is showing as being filled. So that's good. Time for a new research now. So the Strat Bomber there might be a good one to get eventually, because we are also working on nuclear tech, I believe. Yeah, nuclear bombs, 142 days. And we did also have our first nuke sort of occur up here in China, at least that we know of so far during the war. Okay. Okay. These 7 divisions about to arrive home and heal up a little bit. They've had a rough invasion attempt. You know, I was trying to clean up some of these areas, but that's just too many divisions to put at risk, really, in my opinion. Alright, so let's bring up the new cav here. We do need 1 to go over here, so we gotta make sure we don't forget about him. So let's do that first. So one cav here, you're going to go straight over to this port, like this. Okay? The other two calves, we are going to take and send them up here towards Bangkok, so you guys can arrive there. Nice. Okay, so as they come in, that's going to provide some additional suppression so we don't have to keep repairing out some of these factories. Still working on this refinery now. This is going to be done February, so that's coming up soon. Teal. Okay. Teal Group, waiting on your new units to arrive. They've sent 2 infantry divisions so far. They're sending them sort of one at a time, it looks like. Okay. Because this guy's embarking now. So we're sending them piecemeal out there, which is fine. The calves are also off and moving now, too. Got 10 ships over here now that we could use to restock the Polynesian fleet if needed. Nice, sinking another light cruiser there. Ooh, they got one of my subs. Oh, they got one of my light cruisers, yikes. And a destroyer. And nice, we took out one of their heavy cruisers there. So I'm still showing as having how many ships? 34. All of them are in sort of weak-ish strength, so I'm going to move you guys to a high priority repair there. Fighter escorts are now finished. Let's move down here to the Flying Fortress. 160 days to do that. Nice bombing run here, taking out a light cruiser. My fleet is going to return home there before we lose any other ships unnecessarily. Down to 195k now in manpower. Actually, we're going to cancel, I think, these 2 calves here and just leave that at 1 because we do. There may be a possibility we need to bring in more cav for resistance reasons. So where are they now? Okay, they're back over here. Okay. Down to 3 infantries here now. And can I give you guys a manual move order? Yeah. So they'll embark there. English. Okay, good. It means that jet tactical bomber is finished out. So we need a new research now, don't we? Close air supports might be nice to have eventually, right? Especially if we're going up against a front that is superior to us. So we'll get that going. Okay, new troops arriving here up at the front. And Teal Group is still telling me, hey, we are outmatched here. What if we try one more advance like this and this? Again, we're going to take that port away. That's the main thing, right? Over here now, I've got tactical bombers working on troop bombing. Those tactical bombers are 100% efficiency, so that's good. Air superiority, 97% over here. That's weird, though. I don't know why they are. This is showing as red. My miss. Oh, they have 120 fighters versus my 100. Okay. Fighters. Eastern India. Ah, okay, that's what's going on. Everybody's been assigned over here to Eastern India, where we're seeing a lot of challenge there occurring. So let's put in another air wing here of fighters. Let's put in 200 Spitefuls. When they arrive, they're going to work on air superiority over here on Southeast Asia, right? I've got, because I only have 99 fighters in there right now. 132 of those tactical bombers working for us. Nice. Okay, so that's been taken. Let's move up one more time here with Hanoi. They're trying to rush over here as they realized what's going on. We're going to get in there pretty easily because we've got full organization. They do not. Sweet. Okay, so then this guy's going to adjust back over here to pump the line up a little bit. This guy, where's he going? Okay, he's going right here. Can we make some manual advances? I think we can. Even this tank division now is going to roll upwards. So continuing to advance there slightly. Alright, new air wing up and going. So that's going to turn us at a green, which is going to be very important there to protect these assets, right? Okay, let's mount and attack this way, continuing to beat that little division up a bit there. And the enemy, it seems, has taken their forces elsewhere. I'm not really seeing any immediate threat here, and it could be just because... Could be because the Japanese continue to challenge over here in China. The Soviet Union now, still showing at... Are they still showing at 95%? They're actually showing at 95% still. Damn it. Okay. That is fine for now. Alright. These guys are moving upwards. Let's have this guy advance like this. We're just going to be smart about our attacks, right? Advanced rocket engine is done. Sweet. Industry-wise, we're looking good there. Naval doctrines were finished out, I do believe. Yep. Air doctrines, still working on that guy there. Heavy fighters. Those might be helpful eventually, so we'll get those researches going. I don't think they'll be helpful, actually, now that I think of that. Because we do have the operational range 1K versus this one. Oh, it's 2K. Okay, so they do have a better range compared to the jet fighters, so that's good to know. Alright, we continue to storm northwards here. Let's take this tank division now and continue moving him this way. But liking the advancement here for sure. Okay, we've got an Indian unit here now that we're showing. Let's mount a double-sided attack like this, which will go very well for us. No, I'm not going to join the war against the Soviets, damn it. I refuse. Let's move this guy this way. Hopefully we're not taking too big of a risk here in... Okay, here is some enemy units now held up in the Chinese mountains. Move this guy forward like that. This guy is just staying put for now. We could mount an attack that's not going to show as tremendously helpful at only a green 40, but that is increasing for us, so that's good. Man, we're attacking from three sides here against that Croatian unit, but they do not seem to want to fold, do they? Let's march him up like this. 2 units here. Let's try to take the city of Mandalay there. Hopefully it has some industry, some nice juicy industry for us. This guy's going to cut northwards that way. Now, if we can get ourselves into the mountains even, right, that may be a good way to try to defend the line compared to what we were doing before. Okay, very good. Got an airbase up here, too, that we could take. So now my territory is sort of being limited in terms of new advancement here, right? Because you can see we're actually starting to liberate Chinese territory. This guy's going to go like that. Oh, crap. Just what I feared. So he's going to attack back downwards this way. You need to come up this way, buddy. And we need to delete this frontline order, because that's just going to screw things up. Okay, good. That Norwegian unit did retreat, so that's good to see. But the line continues to get wider for us, right? Okay, good. So now, we just need to make sure all 19 divisions are assigned to the front line properly. So we need to give them some time to redisperse. Dig in a little bit. Because that is that's our new line there. We're moving in here against that Norwegian unit still. Down here, we've got 1 victory point and 10 victory points up here in Nanning. That would be nice to have. And sorry for my voice, guys. I'm still sick here. I've got some antibiotics, so working on it. It's definitely affected the number of videos I've been able to produce. But man, oh man, we're still trying. Okay, 2 Brazilian destroyers there finished out for us. So we've got 45 ships now in the fleet, half of them being subs, which is okay. But we do need to let everybody sort of repair out, including all of those light cruisers that took some heavy damage there. Improved centrometic radar there. Nice. Okay. Do we actually have any building slots left? No. Oh, I've got some over here. Nice. Okay. Let's work on building out some new naval bases, because I want to stand up a battleship line if we can. So if I go over here to naval battleships, here we go. Let's continue researching here. So the campaign going pretty well. I can't wait to see how the Soviets, when the Soviets collapse, what happens here. This is not good. They're coming in behind me over here now. The AI not picking up on that whatsoever. Yeah, they're shifting people over this way now. Do something like that, because that's German-held territory. It looks like I'm going to manually have to take this guy and send him into Hanoi there just to protect that. He's going to have to mount that counterattack if needed, and it looks like he may be needed there. So let's go. Constructions-wise, we did finish off that first synthetic refinery. So now I'm seeing a big surplus here. Not importing any either, so that's good to see. So I can actually feel like I can actually move down the priority of these constructions here. We'll leave these sort of in place for now. Okay, cool. Production-wise, okay, we're working on finishing out the repair of one naval dockyard. Okay, yeah, we almost forgot about our calves now, needing to help with the suppression efforts. So there goes one. Is that the only one? Huh, okay. Nice. So this guy made it over here, and he's working on that suppression for us. Cool. Looking good. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, this has been the Billy Bob HD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and/or comment if you've enjoyed my content, and we'll catch you next time.